Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first ever Scratch coding lesson. So, Scratch coding is a really cool way to learn the thought process behind coding. And it was developed by the super cool, super smart people at MIT. So, let's just jump right in and get started. Our very first assignment is to create a storybook scene in Scratch. So, one of my favorite books ever is Bats at the Library by Brian Lies. So, I have chosen to kind of make a scene from that book as my Scratch project. So, here it is. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so here it is. Here's what all the individual pieces look like. When I put them all together, this is what my code is going to look like when it's played. So my little bat is just flying around his library, talking about how much he loves to read. So I'm going to stop him now, and let's take a look at all of this. When Sprite is clicked, repeat 10 times, go to random position, if on edge bounce, go to random position, if on edge bounce, turn 90 degrees, say I love to read for 3 seconds, and repeat it, like I said. That sounds like a lot. I get it. Don't panic. We are going to walk through all of this step by step. We are actually going to start a brand new project and learn exactly how I made this, okay? All right, so I am going up here to Scratch. Yes, that's okay. Don't save my progress. Okay, so I'm going to click on Create, and this is what it's going to look like every time you start a new project. You have a little cat standing in front of a blank white screen. So this is called a sprite. A sprite is the thing on your screen that's going to move. That's the best way I can think to explain what a sprite is. So mine was a bat in that last scene. Right now, we have our default sprite, which is a cat. I don't really want to use the cat. I want my bat. So I'm going to come down here and click on the little garbage can icon. And there, bye-bye cat. So let's add our first sprite. So we're going to come over here and click on this little cat face where it says choose a sprite. You can upload something. So if you did like a drawing or you want like a special piece of clip art, you can upload it. You can get a surprise sprite. You can paint something onto the background, like a little, I don't know, whatever you want. You could create like a squiggle monster or something. But I know exactly what I want. So I'm clicking on choose sprite, and here's my bat. So I'm clicking on him. There he is. There is my bat. Now, this next part can get a little bit overwhelming. I get it. Don't panic. I'm going to come up here to costumes and click on it. Now you see these 4 buttons here? These show me all the different positions my bat can be in. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, or A, B, C, and D. I think these are all pretty cool. We might use them later, but just remember, these are the different positions that your sprite can be in, and you can change between them in your code, okay? So when you're picking a sprite, make sure that you like the positions it can be in. All right, let's pop back over to our code. And now I want to pick a background. So I'm going to come down here to this little picture icon, choose a backdrop. And again, you can upload one, do a surprise, draw something, or choose a pre-made one. There are tons and tons and tons of pre-made ones. The pictures aren't loading right now. I don't have the best internet, but I am going to search library. And now I know, because I've done this before, that this is the one I want. It's not loading, like I said, because our internet's kind of slow, but I know this is the one I want, so I'm going to click on it. And there is my library. Okay, so now I have my Sprite, I have my backdrop. What's the next thing I'm going to do? Well, the next thing I'm always going to do is choose a start button. So just like when you're turning on a car or opening an app on your phone or tablet, the machine needs to know that you want to start. So just like tapping on that app to open it or turning a key in your car, we're going to come over here to events. And the great thing about Scratch is all the different types of code are color coordinated. So we'll worry about that later. But know that the start button is always under the yellow one. And I am going to choose when this sprite is clicked. There are three different options. When this sprite is clicked, so this means the code is going to run every time I click on my sprite, my bat. I could do whenever the space key is pressed, or I could do when the green flag, which is up here, is clicked. I like this one the best, so I'm going to choose this. And that is my first building block. It's kind of rounded up here. You can see that nothing else attaches to this. And then it has a little, like a little boop thing down here. It's just like a Lego. Imagine like a Lego, so you can connect something right here, okay? So that is our first phase finished. In our second lesson, we are going to learn more about moving. So I will see you in our next lesson. I do recommend that you pick your background, you pick your sprite, and you pick your start button. And then we will learn a little bit more in our next lesson. I'll see you then. Bye.